to the roar of the crowd. What a memorable Breeders' Cup Classic. It's a race for the ages.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. American Pharoah loses, but we're both winners. Two guys in a classic are back, Bram Weinstein, Joe Kristufek. And Joe's the big winner. Check this out from last week.
If a horse is 1-5, then everybody else in the race is a long shot, right? So I'm going to go with Keen Ice as my long shot. He's 12-1 in the morning line. And like I said, I think, he's the horse that's getting better and better and better. And you mentioned the 1.25 mile distance should hit him right between the eyes.
Keen Ice. You were all over that.
I think I said his name about 35 times in the video last time, but even when you have a good opinion, Bram, sometimes you lose at the windows, and that's what happened to me because I keyed American Pharoah, didn't have one ticket with Keen Ice on top, bet $30, lost $30, the try paid $90. What could have been, woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's the story of a horse player's life sometimes.
See, you should have listened to me. I actually won because I went with the what-if scenario, and I boxed a bunch of horses in the exact, and he lost. The unfortunate part of it was I won 3 whole American dollars with my bet, but I was a winner at the end. In the end, though, Joe, how do you feel about Pharoah losing?
You know, it was tough, and I think the fact that he was valiant in defeat, really, really fast second quarter. He was pressed by Frost at every step of the way as that team decided to try a new strategy against Pharoah, and the race set up for Keen Ice. He was basically a sitting duck in the last 1/8 of a mile. Keen Ice ran the same race he ran in the Haskell. Pharoah regressed a little bit because he didn't have it quite so easy on or near the front end, and I think all things considered, the horse ran a heck of a race, and even the best horses and teams are going to go down and defeat every once in a while, and that's what happened.
Keen Ice was getting better and better and better, as you had pointed out, and he was right there. He was among the best of the rest during the Triple Crown. So I don't think either one of us are overly surprised. There's just a touch of sadness in the fact that he actually lost, because I know everyone in the racing community just kind of wanted to secretly root for him to continue to win and continue the legacy. As for this weekend at the Woodward, very deep field. Liam's map has a similar feel here to the race that was there. We expect him to go out to the front. We expect him to set the pace, and we'll see if anyone can catch him in the end. So will anyone catch him?
Yeah, I mean, he's 6-5 in the morning line, and Bram, you said it. It's a deep and talented field. There are a lot of other options besides taking the odds-on favorite in this race, but Liam's map legitimized himself last time out in the Whitney. He set a fast pace that day. He was still around in the end, simply got run over in the final 1/8 by a legitimate horse and honor code, so no disgrace there. Comes back into this field, and he's certainly the one to beat, but a lot of different horses who can beat him, including Effinex, who's pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's actually my pick here. I have a soft spot for closers. I don't like the front runners. In the distance races, I have a soft spot for the closers, and that's what Effinex is here. And so if he's positioned correctly and Liam's map doesn't run race of his life like he did last time, then I think he's going to have a legitimate shot to catch him. This field, 8 horses, you can make a case for all of them except for maybe Commanding Curve. And he was in the Derby a year ago. So this is an extremely deep field. I don't think 6-5 belongs on anybody in this field.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. Effinex really stepped up his game last time, but he beat Tonalist, who was the odds-on favorite that day. So Effinex with the extra rest should be fresh, fit, and ready to go. One other horse I think we need to take a look at too, Bram, is Protonico. We haven't seen him since Kentucky Derby weekend, but he beat Noble Bird in a game performance at Churchill Downs, and with his A game, and he's a little bit of a head case, he could be right there at a good price.
He's my long shot pick, actually, but I had really no good reason other than I was looking for someone who was better than 10-1, and he is, and he's got the pedigree to actually potentially win, so I would throw some money on him, certainly go into an exotic with me, which is the way I went with my bet. I had poor math this week. You gave me $30 to bet. I sent you back a bet that was $1 triple, but it wasn't worth $30. So you had to change my number to $1.50 trifecta. I put Effinex on top over Wicked Strong, Liam's Map, Bay of Plenty, Coach Inge, and Protonico. Who do you got?
Yeah, that's the beauty of that 50-cent trifecta minimum wager is you can do that. And I like your bet because I think Effinex has a legitimate chance. And there's also a chance that Liam's Map, who's the most likely winner, could not hit the top 3. So I kind of went the same direction as you, Bram. Liam's Map, my most likely winner. We have the same long shot on Protonico. My trifecta is going to be Liam's Map, Effinex and Protonico in first or second. Then I'm going to add Wicked Strong, Bay of Plenty, Mylute, and Coach Inge along with those other three for third. $30 ticket looks pretty to me.
All right, now to our top 10, where we have to discuss American Pharoah, which was the easy choice clearly throughout the summer to put him as the number one horse. We dropped him, right? I didn't. I decided not to. I left him there. I looked at it as if this were the NBA Finals, he'd be up 3-1 against Keen Ice and still be the heavy favorite to win it anyway. So I left him. Holder was so impressive in her race in Del Mar, I wasn't moving her either. So I've got them 1-2. I moved Keen Ice to number 3.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to go. I don't think one loss is going to blemish American Pharoah. And we've got some breaking news on him that we'll reveal in just a moment. But Keen Ice, he definitely moves up the list. You've got good older horses in Liam's Map, who runs this week. Tonalist, Honor Code, who will run in a month at Belmont Park leading up to the Breeders' Cup. It's an exciting year if we get American Pharoah, Beholder, and all those other older horses in the Breeders' Cup Classic. And it looks like that potentially might be the case now.
You found that American Pharoah was going to go. What's your reaction to that he's going to go to Keeneland?
Yeah, we just got breaking news literally right before we came on the air here for this recording that American Pharoah, according to Ahmed Zayat, the owner, is going to train up to the Breeders' Cup Classic. Bram, this horse needs a rest. It's been the lead up to the Triple Crown, all the traveling, the petting zoo being open, the Haskell, then the Travers less than a month later. You know, it's been tough on this horse. He needs a vacation. We all need a vacation sometimes. I think he'll come back with a fresh mind and a fresh body, and redemption is on his mind for the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him do it one more time. I think the whole racing community is glad to see him do it one more time. They don't have to do this, so I think we all appreciate that they're going to continue doing this. That's a couple months away. The Breeders' Cup Classic Series continues this weekend. It's the Woodward, which is not a winning year in, but there are other races on the card that are for Keeneland. 5 to 6 Eastern. So, do you now put the pressure on Beholder to join American Pharoah?
I put the pressure on Beholder to join American Pharoah. Let's see what she's got. Don't take the easy way out, Beholder.
Yeah, come on. Rousey's saying, I want to fight Mayweather. Beholder, say you want to go against American Pharoah. Make the sporting world happy. 2 guys in a classic, Bram and Joe. We'll see you in a month.
Field sent on their way to the roar of the crowd.